Tonight we are conducting our annual fall walleye electrofishing surveys. So each year, each fall, we team up with Fond du Lac Natural Resources and conduct walleye recruitment studies on 25 lakes within the 1854 ceded territory. We're in Cadott Lake, just north of Duluth, Minnesota. The main objective is to see what that age 0 year class and that 1 year old year class looks like now, so we can get a better idea of what the spawning population will be from 3 to 5 years from now.
Electrofishing is done at night. Those are when the fish are in the shallows and we can access them through that gear. And so we troll slowly along shore with our electrofishing boat. And the boat is a large john boat outfitted with a generator.
We get a conductivity reading, so that's how we're able to set our electricity in the water, so we're not harming fish, but we're also able to shock them effectively. So we will swing these two booms out, and they are the anodes, and the boat, these whiskers that sit down here, they're the cathodes. So it creates an electrical field, and we'll be going real close to shore, like 3 to 5 feet of water, and these fish will get stunned and kind of swim towards the electrodes, and we'll have two netters up front. They will scoop these fish and they'll put them in the live well here. Within a minute, they're swimming around, they're back fine.
And after they're recovered, we'll stop, we'll measure all the fish to get a length. We'll take scales or spines off some of them so we can age them, get an idea of how fast they're growing.
270?
Years ago, they set up certain stations, so each lake can have 3 to 5 stations, and these were predetermined based on, years ago they shocked the whole shoreline to figure out where these younger fish were hanging out.
These again are done at night, so it's quite the sight coming across the water. You can hear the loud generator going, bright lights off the front of the vessel. You see two people netting up front, and there's sometimes misconceptions. People are taking fish or killing fish, keeping fish, and that's not the case. Again, the fish recover after a few minutes and all go back in the water. It's really a safe and effective way to assess the fish population. So I'm Darren Voda. I'm Resource Management Division Director at 1854 Treaty Authority.
180.
In the spring and the fall each year, we do different kind of electrofishing surveys. And these surveys are done to track the walleye population. So in the fall, we're looking to get an index of the young of the year fish. So we're getting an idea of how well reproduction has occurred over the last 2 years. So that gives you an idea of what's called year class strength, so you can see, what kind of walleye population can be expected in the future as those fish grow.
I'm Nick Bogia. I'm a fisheries biologist with the 1854 Treaty Authority. I work for Bois, Forte, and Grand Portage tribes, and one of their main subsistence fish is walleyes. So we are always trying to have a long-term data set so we can look at how well this population is doing and also enhance it and make sure that our band members are able to harvest for years to come.
I like my job, but it's not just a job, it's really a cause. And it's a cause that, has really taken a long time for tribes as a whole, because they always had these rights. But as they began to exercise these rights in the Midwest, like in the mid-'80s, not everybody was very happy about that. My name is Sonny Myers. I'm the Executive Director of the 1854 Treaty Authority. Well, the 1854 Treaty Authority is an intertribal natural resource management organization, and our job, our role, our reason for being is to implement the hunting, fishing, and gathering rights of the Bois Forte Band of Chippewa and the Grand Portage Band of Lake Superior Chippewa on lands that were ceded to the United States government under the Treaty of 1854. And when I say the Treaty of 1854, we're really talking about what we now call northeastern Minnesota, the whole Arrowhead region, about 5+ million acres of a resource-rich land.
And we're interested in preserving, protecting, enhancing resources for present and future generations. So we have a wide variety of programs. One big one is harvest implementation management. We have a wildlife program, fisheries, climate change, invasive species, and finally wild rice.
So we have been delegated the authority to regulate these activities on behalf of the two bands. And so we have a code that we have to go by. It tells us what we can and can't do. We have conservation officers that among other things, they try to make sure that people are abiding by the code. But our real bread and butter is really to get the band members out there. And so our focus is on what do we need to do, let's say you're a band member, to get you out hunting deer, gathering walrus, rabbits, or whatever the case may be. We would like them to get so interested that they might say, I'd like to become a biologist. We also spend a lot of time educating U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service personnel, Minnesota Department of Natural Resource personnel, U.S. Forest Service personnel, because they have a responsibility to work with us on a government-to-government relationship.
The Treaty Authority is governed by a board of directors, which consists of members of the Grand Portage and Bois Forte tribal councils.